I've been the only priest at St. Agnes for nearly a year now. A small gray stone church that looks like it grew from the earth itself, heavy and solemn. The town around it used to hum with steel, now it hums only with trouble. When I arrived, I put a line in the bulletin that I still stand. Confessions anytime. Just enter the confessional and put the light on. I will be there shortly. I meant it. The first night it happened, I didn't think much of it. The confessional light clicked on. The old buzzer snapped. Me awake at 3:07 a.m., I assumed it was an insomniac. One of the old widows, maybe. I pulled on my stole, crossed the nave in the dark, and slid open the confessional screen. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. The voice was soft, quavery. Unmistakably Dorothy's. Her Midwest lilt made everything sound polite, almost quaint. I'm here to tell you sins I missed before, Father. The words should have tipped me off. Dorothy's husband had died years ago. She was usually sweet, cheerful even, but tonight, her voice trembled with something far darker. Since Harold retired, my life has been a nightmare. Seeing him every morning drinking coffee, reading newspapers, breathing, it became unbearable. I liked him better when he was away. So I gave him reasons to complain. First it was my urine in his coffee, then rat poison, just small pinches in the meatloaf. He never suspected a thing. I held his hand while he died and thought. Finally, last month, I went to his grave and said, I win, you miserable bastard, out loud. I couldn't speak. She said goodbye without a word. The booth was empty. I lay in bed, mind racing, sleep impossible. Night 2, same time. Same buzzer. 3:07 a.m. I didn't want to go, but my promise bound me. The confessional light glowed in the dark. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. Tommy, 19, polite. Quiet Tommy, the kid who mowed lawns for $10, was confessing. I've been stealing from the poor box after Mass. Then I filmed myself. The cross. The big cross. It needs me. It won't lose its meaning if I do this. He laughed softly, not nervous, not remorseful. I'm not asking for forgiveness, Father. I just need to tell someone. You said any time? The light was on. Silence swallowed me. No footsteps. No exit. Just emptiness. And a chill crawling across my spine that I couldn't shake. By the third night I was prepared, or thought I was. The buzzer again, 3:07. I barely moved. The confessional door creaked open. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. Margaret, only 37, devoted parishioner. But the words she spoke would make me question every Sunday smile, every hug at a funeral. 19 years ago, I had a daughter. I gave birth alone in my parents' basement, wrapped her in plastic, buried her under the rose bush. Then, when I married, I moved her with me under my window. Every spring I plant new roses, red like blood. She cries sometimes at night, but I don't regret it. She would have ruined everything. Sleep abandoned me. The next day I visited the older pastor in Torrin. He lived miles away, retired after 42 years at St. Agnes. Son, I told you 2 things when you got the key. Lock the church after 9, and never enter the crypt at night. I thought, leaving the doors open made people confident, Father. He shook his head slowly, eyes heavy with memory. Not this one. You opened a door that should have stayed closed. Those lights, the buzzer at 3:07. They've been happening since the 50s. Every priest hears them. Every voice is true. They aren't seeking forgiveness. They want a witness. They want you to see that we are no better than demons. Lock the doors. Turn off the buzzer. Never ever enter the crypt. I drove back to St. Agnes in silence. Every mile a drumbeat of dread. I moved through the church before the storm. Lights off, doors locked, the buzzer switched off. I told myself it was over. Until 3:07 a.m., the buzzer sounded. I sat bolt upright. Dead switch. Yet the sound cut through the dark. I am putting on my clothes, taking my crucifix, walking the nave. Please pray.